The next task for us is to update and configure the OS. Let me start the VM, and as it starts, if I go to devices and network, I see there is a network adapter in place. By default, it would have come with the NAT adapter, which will enable you to access the internet. Of course, it is assumed that the computer in which you're running this has got an internet connection. So let me log in as the root user. And what I'm going to first of all install is the Oracle RPM that is provided. And I've opened the terminal by right-clicking on the desktop and open terminal. First, let's check whether internet is accessible. So under applications, there is the Firefox internet browser that is available, and we see that internet is not available. Reason could be that the wired connection is off. Click on that and connect. This would show that the network is connected, and let's see what happens now. There we go. The website that came up by default is accessible. Otherwise, you could use any other website per se, right? So we do have internet access now. Now within the terminal that we have, first we will install the RPM that Oracle provides. How do you install this? Yum install -y to accept all prompts, and then Oracle database hyphen pre-install -19c dot x86_64 is the RPM. This downloads the required RPM, and when you install this, in fact, the Oracle user would also be created. We'll come into that a little later. There we go. Now that the pre-install RPM is installed, we also see a couple of other prerequisites for it are also automatically installed. The next thing we need to set up is ASM support. We are going to use ASM with additional disks later on in the course, for which yum install Oracle ASM -support. This will install the ASM package, type yes to accept and let it complete. Further, we will also have to have the sysctl configured, sysctl -p. Various parameters that are required for it are in place. We can see the various values for the memory structures are given. This is automatically set up as required for an Oracle database when you run the Oracle pre-install RPM. And lastly, we will do a yum update for the OS. To do that, yum update -y. This will download the latest packages that are available. This is going to take a while depending on how many new packages have been made available. Let it continue. As usual, as you've seen in the other videos, I will fast forward this and get it to a conclusion. Thus, in about 15 minutes, my yum update got completed. We can here do a restart if required. Let me do that so that we see that things are working fine. Restart. Let the Firefox browser be closed. The idea is to check that things are working fine even after the yum update is done. Hit enter to make the OS come up. And there we go. In full screen mode, as we were earlier, it has come up for login. Login as root 123. Now we have quite a few more things to configure, but before you go and do that, to ensure whatever update you have done on this is available as a plain vanilla machine, you can power off this and take a export of this VM status, because you did spend a considerable amount of time, as we did earlier. Export the appliance, and the name I'm going to give is yum updated. The location I'm going to keep it is like last time, in the location where I've got here. So OEL79 yum updated, include all network adapters, and finish. This will take a few minutes to do the export, and with which this phase of setting up the OS is complete. Hereafter, we need to do various configurations, which we will explore in the remaining videos. Thus, the export is complete. Hereafter, if you need to restart from the next steps you are going to do, you can use this to import, so that you don't need to do all the tasks that you have done so far.